Hello, I'm Count Orlanderson,
And I'm Booger Dagwood.
and
This
this
is
Count
Cunt
and
and
Booger
Booger
at the movies. Hello. Today we'll be talking about an extremely important and influential film,
Excited.
1984's The Terminator,
Yeah.
directed by Jim Kimron and starring Linda Hamilton, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Our favorite.
yes, Lance Hendrickson, and Michael Biehn. Booger, tell me about this film.
And this film is awesome. The four people you just mentioned are some of the greatest actors ever.
Yes.
I'm not talking even about the 80s and 90s ever, since film started in the 1960s. Terminator is one of the few time travel movies I like because I actually kind of get it. They don't really spend too much time on it. So it's about the story of a Terminator who's like
A cyborg
organisms
covered in living tissue.
with living tissues.
Yes.
And then they send him back in time
Yes.
to kill the mother of the leader of the resistance in their time.
Yes.
And the resistance send back one of their own soldiers to protect this woman so that this leader can be born. So it's about, the first half is about the Terminator trying to find this woman. Second half of the movie is kind of about the soldier trying to protect the woman. There's some love stuff in there. There's Schwarzenegger just beasting on people. You can't stop him because he's a Terminator. You shoot him like 20 times, he gets back up.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a story of like when Bull was trying to put down one of the bulls with tranquilizer darts so they could snip his balls. They kept shooting this fucking animal, but it's like 3,000 pounds or whatever. Shot him like 20 times with tranquilizer darts. Realized they were placebos and had to give up.
Yes. The thing I find so fascinating about Terminator is the way that it employs a series of meta-filters to address its own context. While it is ostensibly a sci-fi film, it is in fact a slasher film, using the template of many popular slasher films of that era, and in being so, it disguises itself in order to examine what it is in its own context. Yes, many slasher films, especially the Jason films, for instance, are clearly metaphors for communism, the behemoth of the Soviet Union, silent and ever lurking. Terminator examines America's obsession with the silent terror through using a robot as a stand-in for the serial killer.
Yeah, and all that sounds good. And this was sort of the start of. It wasn't Schwarzenegger's first film. I think his first film was Pumping Iron, where he talks about coming everywhere.
Yes.
And then he made Conan, which it was all right. It's whatever.
The Barbarian.
And then, but Terminator was
wonderful costumes in that film.
There was.
Yes.
Terminator was his actual like big break, a big good movie. That's the birth of the billion-dollar box office movie.
And the predecessor to perhaps the greatest film of all time, Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 is one of our favorites. So in this movie, he only has, I think, 2 or 3 lines. His acting wasn't great at this point. He was just starting out.
And yet he has great natural screen presence.
Yeah, and I think it was a genius decision to cast him as a robotic person because at this point his acting was very robotic, but in that it's almost like method acting because he was supposed to be that way, and his hulking size and sort of stiff walk is exactly how the Terminator would do it. It was perfect.
The
genius.
Film also employs, I would argue, some aspects of early Hong Kong and Yakuza 1970s cinema, especially the neon cityscapes, lots of night photography, and the ominous score, as a way to comment on the perpetual nightmare of urban life in 1980s America, with the crack epidemic, and rampant homelessness, crime, and violence. The film has one of the great scores of the 1980s.
Who did the score?
Yes.
No, who did it?
Yes.
Okay. What else can I say about Terminator? Awesome. Go see it.
Fantastic film and very low budget film.
Low budget
made
film.
by Orion Pictures, I believe. And it was a film that was ultimately
I thought it was Canon
deemed
Films.
trash at the time.
Was it Canon Films? I thought Aaron Sorkin in his Canon days wrote it.
Yes.
But I don't know.
What I find so fascinating about films such as Terminator is that by the critical elite, they are deemed grindhouse trash cinema, and yet they are in many ways more pure cinema than cinema such as Merchant Ivory Productions, as one example,
Like what?
that is venerated by the critical institutions.
What movie?
The Merchant Ivory films.
Oh, I don't know what that
Yes,
is.
such as Howard's End.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like all these like pretentious people keep saying, it's trash, it's a slasher film, it's unnecessarily violent.
And yet it has become known as one of the great films of the
Like,
1980s.
It's not even that violent. So,
Yes.
would you put in your top 3 Schwarzenegger movies or not? Obviously, I
That
think.
is a very difficult decision.
Yeah,
to
I
make.
think obviously I think we would both say
Top
Terminator
5
2
for
would
sure.
be
Yes,
number
Terminator
1.
2, certainly.
And I think for me, it would fall just out of the top 3 at number 4.
yes.
I think. I think I would put Predator and Commando.
Commando, yes.
But I mean,
But not Jingle all the way.
it's hard to go wrong with Schwarzenegger because any movie that you pop into your VCR or DVD or Laserdisc player,
yes, I was going to say.
Laserdisc is the new rage. Our friend Logan has shit ton of them.
Many discs on Laser.
Whatever you pop in is if it has Schwarzenegger, you're gonna have a good time.
End of Days.
End of Days.
Eraser.
Yes. Seen all of those. So
the one in which his daughter becomes a zombie.
What's it called? Ted or Fred? Zombie? Ed? Margot?
Maggie?
Eddie?
Yes.
It's like a person's name.
Yes.
Milk. Yeah, that sounds all right. With Seymour Hoffman as his son.
Yes, and I believe Sean Penn plays his brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds right. So, but the point of the story is, go watch it. Terminator's awesome. Schwarzenegger movies are awesome. He's one of the coolest daddies ever.
Yes. Muscle Daddy, I believe is what they call him. Yes.
So go see it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Fucking awesome.
He'll be back.
And
yes.
And who can forget that
the score.
The police shootout.
The score is phenomenal.
Did you shit yourself again? God damn, you already shat in the bathroom. How are you shitting so much? Jesus. God. Police shootouts.